takes every home game very seriously. And you can see that from this shot earlier as they came through the tunnel. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be Seattle going up against the Storm. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has solidified his place in the league. He says, I've just embraced my role no matter where I've been. Growing up with the Pops who played 16 years in the NBA and who was never a starter, I looked up to him just as much, if not more, than the All-Stars. I wanted to have a long career just like him. Kevin?
On his way, for sure. David, thanks. Well, we expect to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. Wright is out there with Powell. Then there's Big Red, and it's Sanchez in at the 3. And for the Storm, Marks is out there with Collins. Then it's Nance. Then it's the franchise.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Seattle. Here's Powell.
Watch outside.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. Fault. Got it. Good job in the low post. Big Red's got the first points up on the board for Seattle.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Pass to Marks to the right side. Collins against Wright. Collins passes it to Marks. Shoots over Powell. Powell pulls it in. Here's Seattle. Down low. Here's Fault. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Pass to Sanchez. To the paint. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's the franchise after the basket by Seattle.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Marks passes to Collins. And he's off on his first shot of the game. And Greg, one thing about that blinding speed of Green, he's got to make his reads faster as well.
I think the game is slowing down for him, though, Kevin. And that and speeding up his shot release will make him even tougher to deal with.
Now, here's Collins. 9 points last game out, and he gets it back.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Powell inside. And the rejection by Collins. To the inside. And the franchise gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Powell. Last game he had 13. Right. That's a 2-pointer. He squares up and sinks it.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Over to the left wing. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Passes to Sanchez. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And now the first timeout called here for Tampa. This game against Seattle is the first time they've met this year.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
A team that on paper they expect to beat. Great teams take care of business against the bottom feeders. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight.
Looking now at the numbers for Wright. Great showing for him last season. 6th in free throw percentage and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. Now, here's Collins. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Nance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talents. Rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Nance. Seattle leading by 6. The pass to Sanchez. Graham with the ball. A 3-ball. They get it back. Falk got a hand on it. Pass to Nance. Here's Marks. Powell with the steal. Right outside. Down low. Here's Sanchez. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball.
And stolen by Wright. Here's the break. Powell, no one around him, hits the 3-point bomb. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Seattle.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Shot clock at 6.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Okoye, he's checked in for Collins. Drew's checked in for Seattle. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Clock at 6. Tampa needs to get off another shot. Nance, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And he gets the bucket. Big Red's got 8.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
Pass to the franchise. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And Tampa calls time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and, you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Dubs check in for Nance. Seattle grabs the miss. Big Red's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Passes it to Pop. And the layup falls. He has 5.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Marks. Shoots over Powell. Marks no good. Here's Big Red. He kicks it to Powell. 1:02 left to play here in the first. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Seattle shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Tampa trails by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
29 seconds left to play in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The franchise can't hit.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Powell, the pass to Sanchez. Seattle missing again.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Seattle ahead, up by 16.
22.
After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Tampa trails by 16. Here are the 5 for Seattle to start the second quarter. We've got Big Red. White is out there with Powell. And it's Graham in at the 4 spot. And Big Red gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for Seattle. Bowen.
Outside Collins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Mark, when they're evaluating draft prospects, we always hear about wingspan, arm span. How does that translate to the basketball floor?
Well, it's actually reach factor, Kevin. That's a huge component of defense, particularly when you're talking about guys switching all the time. So the ability to cover ground, to challenge shots from a distance, that's why wingspan is so important. And you think about it, multiple Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, perhaps has the longest wingspan ever recorded at the Combine.
And so Collins nails both of them.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
There's the pass to Powell. Right outside. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Possession goes to the Storm. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks. Now here's Nance. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Tubb. It's not going to go for him. Seattle goes the other way with it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
For Tampa, they've looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And so Powell will bring it up for Seattle. They lead by 11.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And Tubb gets it to go.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Powell, the pass to Bowen. Here's Wright. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Personal foul, first team foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Yeah, you know, he had a lot of misses for him. And it looked to me as though he just never was comfortable from the foul line. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Free throw drops for Wright. And so he makes both from the line. Tampa trails by 11. Here's Marks. Shoots over Powell. Marks, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Bowen. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Wright. Offline with his 3.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Nance outside. Back to Collins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, fourth
And
team
you know
foul.
what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't hit the second.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Good on the triple.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to Nance. To the paint. Tipped away and stolen by Wright. 4-on-3 break. Here's Bowen. It's blocked. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. Now here's Powell. Guarded closely.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Nance. And now Tampa on the break. Collins is running. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It will be a re-jump.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Seattle leading by 14. Right outside. Here's Bowen. He's guarded by Collins. Back to Wright. 6 on the shot clock. From 13, Seattle missing again.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Tampa, they've had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And the first one drops. And so Collins nails both of them. And so Powell will bring it up for Seattle. At one point, they led by 16. Now Graham. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Some nice ball movement by Tampa. Here's Tubb. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Baseline jumper. Big red, no good. Tampa trails by 12. Here's Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Players, Clark, as we know, are changing teams more than ever before. Some don't like it, some do. But free agency is something historically that was fought for by the Players Club.
And again, you've heard me say it before, Kevin, empowerment of the players I'm in favor of. And freedom of movement is part of that empowerment. And sure, it can cut both ways to where some fans and league executives may be a little bit frustrated by it, but I tell you what, it's good in my mind for the players.
So it's the Storm now after the basket by Seattle. Misses off the left iron.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Pass to Wright. Now here's Powell. He's got 7. Here's Big Red.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
The rebound by Tampa. The franchise has got 8 rebounds in this game. Inside, and then slams it in.
And, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Now here's Wright. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Falk. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Tampa trails by 10.
No, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
Passes it to Powell. Here's Bowen. Back to Powell. 5 on the clock, and the best to Sanchez. And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
The franchise is checked in for Tampa. Nance comes in for Collins. For Tampa, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
The franchise is out there with Nance, and it's Okoye, and it's Dub. Here's Sanchez. After the basket by the Storm. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
15 foul. Shooting for Seattle. Powell taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Tampa trails by 16.
2 minutes.
Here's Marks. Big Red grabs the miss. Big Red's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Powell, the pass to Big Red. Fades back. Basket counts. Big Red's got 22.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, until that final buzzer sounds, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And pushing it up, here's Seattle.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Seattle.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Big Red.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Seattle.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
And it's Tampa with the ball after the basket by Seattle. Here's Okoye. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Pessoa. Seattle with a fresh shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Foul. Team's in the penalty. Shooting for Seattle, Drew. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to the franchise. Wallace outside. And a miss there on the triple. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.